Research reveals a strange behavioral anomaly among retail investors. When trading on a smartphone instead of a desktop, they consistently purchase riskier, lottery-style assets. For decades, managing a portfolio required deliberate effort. You had to sit down at a desk, navigate spreadsheets, or make a physical phone call to a broker. That physical friction forced a slower, more methodical pace. Placing a trading floor in every pocket was sold as a path to empowerment, though in practice it created a highly volatile psychological environment. Smartphone interfaces function as engineered environments that actively change the way human beings process financial risk. This behavior stems from how the brain handles information. Calculating compound interest requires System 2 thinking, the brain's slow analytical mode causing intense cognitive fatigue. Because that processing is exhausting, the brain defaults to System 1 whenever overwhelmed, our fast, automatic emotional track. The physical and digital environments we interact with, our choice architecture, dictate which system takes control. A desktop computer naturally engages analytical System 2 through the physical friction of sitting down, logging in, and focusing on a large screen. A smartphone experience is different. Biometric face scans and one-swipe actions make the experience so seamless that they instantly trigger an emotional systemized state. By stripping away physical barriers, the mobile interface disables the brain's logical brakes before a user even initiates a trade. This excerpt from the International Journal of Research outlines prospect theory. It shows human psychology processes financial outcomes as relative, emotional events, noting that the pain of a loss is twice as intense as an equivalent gain. Consumer trading apps actively exploit these emotional triggers. To mask the severity of financial risk, developers integrate gamified features like celebratory digital confetti and lottery-like reward screens. These animations trigger dopamine releases, turning an investment platform into an addictive game. To keep users engaged, these platforms manufacture a fear of missing out. Push notifications and artificial urgency cues, like claiming thousands of people are buying a specific stock right now, are designed to hijack our evolutionary instinct to follow the herd. We saw this collective irrationality play out vividly during the GameStop short squeeze. Retail investors, driven by social proof and mobile alerts, poured capital into speculative assets right as those markets reached the peak of their cycles. This document also details loss aversion. It explains why investors hold losing stocks for too long to avoid realizing a loss or withdraw money prematurely during downturns, locking in those losses instead of waiting for a recovery. Because mobile apps offer frictionless access to your daily balance, you are guaranteed to frequently encounter red numbers. Seeing those daily dips triggers an evolutionary survival threat response, creating a localized panic that urges you to sell immediately. These specific mobile UI choices actively weaponize human evolutionary survival instincts to bypass rational valuation. Many digital brokerages offer zero-commission trading because they generate revenue through a practice called payment for order flow. Under this model, the platform's profitability depends on generating the maximum possible transaction volume. The gamified interface is a direct extension of that business model. The flashing colors, notifications, and frictionless swiping are mathematically engineered to induce overtrading. The consequences of this design can be devastating. In 2020, a young retail investor took his own life after misinterpreting complex, gamified options data on a mobile screen. Frictionless mobile platforms are intentionally misaligned with long-term wealth accumulation. The entire architecture prioritizes transaction frequency over individual net worth. To defend against these cognitive traps, behavioral economists recommend implementing a strategy known as positive friction. Protective robo-advisors restructure choice architecture by making the daily balance difficult to find, defaulting to a 10-year trajectory to shift focus toward long-term growth. They also introduce forced delays. Executing a high-risk trade requires navigating additional steps, re-engaging analytical System 2 thinking. You can manually curate this same friction on your own devices. Disabling all push notifications from your brokerage and moving financial apps off your immediate home screen introduces enough effort to break the automatic swipe and trade loop. We cannot rewrite the evolutionary biology that makes us fear a loss or follow a crowd. We can, however, intentionally engineer our digital environments to protect our logical minds from exploitation. Your phone didn't get more convenient by accident. It got more convenient because your impulsiveness is someone else's revenue. Look at these contrasting moments. Easy wins feel rewarding, but the losses hit hard when it's just a tap away. The single most effective trade you can make right now costs nothing. Turn off your brokerage notifications and move the app off your home screen. If this rewired how you see that frictionless interface, subscribe. I break down the hidden architecture behind the apps you use every day. And tell me in the comments, what's one piece of positive friction you're going to add to your own financial habits this week?